Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to be fairly brief tonight. The subject is our beef kidney dish with Chinese sausage with an added bonus recipe at the end. Very quickly, I'm always very disappointed at how so many people reject the eating of offal, which is a huge mistake. The tag of superfood in the thumbnail for this video is neither an accident nor untrue. The combination of the kidney, the purple yam, carrot and shiitakes makes this a very affordable superfood dinner. I've put links to support that contention in the notes, so I'm not going to sit here and read them to you. I'll have a lot more to say on offal in future videos, but for now I hope you enjoy this recipe and, more importantly, give it a try.
Hello and welcome to the channel again. So today we're going to make beef kidneys with Chinese sausage served on top of a Korean inspired purple yam and carrot pancake. And here we're preparing the pancake. We've shown a video about these before, but we didn't go really into detail in the making of it. So here we're going to. In this bowl, we have some purple yam. Now, I just cut this into 1/2 to 1 inch slices and steam it for 20 minutes. Yams are not like sweet potatoes. They're a little bit harder and more resilient, so you do need to cook them. I have a couple of chunks of big carrot that I steamed for 10 minutes. Both of these have been cut into very coarse, I hesitate to call them matchsticks, but we've chopped them up, and we have 1 slice of onion and 3 mushrooms sliced thin. We're going to mix this together with a little egg, and I mean a little, but mostly some potato starch and water slurry. I use potato starch specifically because it crisps up better than cornstarch. If you only have cornstarch, well, you can use that, but if you can find some potato starch, you'll do better. So let's proceed and I'll show you how we get along. So we got our hand in the bowl with 4 tablespoons of potato starch, 4 tablespoons of water, little splash of beaten egg. How much beaten egg? Well, enough to help make sure this binds. If you beat a whole egg, you'll have too much, maybe half an egg. So maybe if you have some of the egg product that comes in cardboard boxes, that would be a good use for it. What we're going to do is heat some oil. This is a 5-inch ring mold, by the way, which is not full. And slide it into a frying pan. We use a ring mold because this stuff will fall apart if given half an opportunity. We'll use quite a lot of oil and quite hot. It will bind up, and when it's brown, we'll be able to flip it without it breaking up. Crossed fingers, hopefully. Okay, so here's our pancake in a ring mold in the pan. Now, this is a KALA ink frying pan. So that stainless steel 5-inch ring mold is not going to hurt it. I should tell you, my wife and I love this brand. We've even taken some in a suitcase to our kitchen in England. We use the wok size pans, and this frying pan is perfect. This is not a sponsored video. I don't have a website for them. We find them at our Asian grocers. So just look up KALA Inc. if you want to find where you can buy these, but I heartily recommend them. Anyway, long story short, we leave the ring mold in for a bit. It doesn't hurt anything. And I'm just going to get a lobster claw, which is a silicone mitt, lift this ring mold out, and then we'll continue to cook the pancake. So here's our beef kidney. Quite a large organ from a cow. Quite segmented. It's rather different to a pig's kidney or a lamb's kidney. They're not typically having a barnyard smell, which is not urine, it's actually uric acid. You'll run into that with pork kidneys. People tell you use milk, soak them in water or salt water. No, I use Mishui rice wine, which removes flavors. This doesn't need it, I will anyway. The little bit of fat at the top, cut it out before you cut this into segments, and if you used the natural divisions for segments, you wouldn't be going far wrong. The reason I say cut this fat out, A, you don't want it as chewy, but if you render it, it adds terrific flavour to the kidney. Kidneys, typically beef kidneys, are encased in fat. You'll never see that because they take it off at the butcher's, which is called suet, and that is probably one of the best fats for making dumplings, but that's a subject for another day. Anyway, we'll cut this up, add a little bit of Mishui rice wine, and then proceed with our recipe. Well, here's how our pancake, as it is, turns out. Now, I call these Korean style just because they're mashed down of vegetables. If we were really doing this Korean style, they'd be raw when we cook them. They're not when we start. As you'll see, the purple yam really deepens in colour as it's cooked. This may look burnt, it isn't. Just a very dark colour, and it looks very appealing to me. We'll see how it tastes. We put the kidney, Chinese sausage, and a little garland of braised shiitakes around it, and we'll see how this works out. Here's the rice wine we're using to rinse our kidney. Probably needed if you're doing pig's kidney, not really for beef or lamb. If I'm butchering the pronunciation of this, nobody's educated me on how to pronounce it properly, but to me it's Mishui. So, not expensive. It's generally in the cooking wine section of Asian stores, even though it doesn't have salt added and it's not really a cooking wine. Here are our kidneys after they've been soaked in the rice wine, browning in the pan, and we've just added the Chinese sausage. It's really there for flavour, a little bit of context and texture. Don't overcook these kidneys. It's a mistake a lot of people make with liver. Then they say it's overcooked and grainy. So we'll just let this go a little bit, warm through the Chinese sausage, which is already cooked, and we'll serve it over our pancake. Okay, here's our beef kidneys with Chinese sausage over a purple yam and carrot Korean-inspired pancake, surrounded by a braised shiitake stockade. I've cooked these items individually before, so I know this is going to be an absolute feast. I really encourage you to cook this because kidney is a superfood, next only to liver in my opinion. Shiitakes, all the colours in the pancake. This is an absolute delight that's good for you and tastes good for you. Enjoy. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this, please share and like. It will help our channel. Thank you and have a nice day. Okay, so here's the first part of our bonus. This is our base. It's purple yam again with carrot and onion. This was cooked hash style. No binders at all. The reason I'm showing you this is because I want you to see how dark purple yam becomes when it's cooked. You may assume that what we did yesterday was burned. It wasn't. This is just how it looks when it's well cooked. And tonight we're doing kidney with Spanish chorizo. I nearly did it yesterday instead of the Chinese sausage, but I thought, no, I'm not going to. But I've sliced them up very thin. We're going to have it again with a little bit of, well, not a little bit, a kidney, half a kidney. And I think it'll give a different taste. But if you couldn't get your hands on Chinese sausage, but you could get some Spanish chorizo, dried, not the Mexican, like the wet sausage. COSTCO World Market's a good place to go. It will make an absolutely different and delicious presentation. And here we go, all served up with chorizo. Actually threw the shiitakes in to warm up with the sauce here before serving. This is looking pretty good, and I'm really looking forward to eating this. So if you wanted a variation on using Chinese sausage, if you can't find it, well, find yourself some dry Spanish chorizo and use that instead.